Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm gonna be doing a reading on Gisele Bundchen and Tom Brady. They recently got divorced, and it's so fascinating. I'm not saying like in a good way, but it's so I don't know. It's kind of fascinating to see how I used to admire this couple. I mean, Lisa Bonet and Jason Momoa. If you haven't watched that video yet, I will link it down below. And now Tom Brady and Giselle. I remember when my younger version, my younger self used to admire these people as power couple, and I thought they will. I mean, they can. I always felt they have it all. Like they have the cutest kids in the world. They live in the most beautiful home, and they look like they are head over heels in love, and nothing can ever separate them. That's what I felt about Giselle and Tom every time I saw any interview of them. In fact, I wanted to manifest a relationship like that. Watching their videos, God knows I have stopped doing that. But not only them, Jada and Will Smith, like this kind of couples always gives us hope that perfect relationship exists, and then they break up, and then everything shatters. So I know many fans are really, really upset about this divorce, and my job as a tarot reader is to look into the details, like why it happened, but also I also have my own limitations. I cannot get into everything, and even if I pick up some messages and messages that are really private, I would like to keep it to myself. So but still I would like to look at their lives and see what we can learn from this dynamic, see what we can learn from their mistakes, things they have done, so that we can uh, apply those lessons in our own relationships. Even though I'm single for a while now, while as in a long time, um, and also like let's see, like how why these relationships are like overly worshipped, and what exactly happens later in their life, and what causes this breakup and divorces in the you know in this situation. So let's get started, and I'm gonna start shuffling the cards. So, the first card I saw is the Eight of Wands in reverse. I see Ten of Pentacles, and I see the Moon cards in reverse. So, of course, the Ten of Pentacles talks about how wonderful the relationship was. So, what we saw on TV, on media, like every time I saw an interview of Giselle, she would basically, admire. I have seen her like because I'm a massive fan of Giselle Bundchen. I'm a model myself, so I love her. I love to look at her and everything. So when I saw her videos, she always admired her husband. She said things like, if he even if he wears a paper bag, he would look extremely handsome. So I can see it was a beautiful, beautiful relationship. Ten of Pentacles. They had greatest dynamic of all time. When they were together, it was a great relationship. Don't get me wrong. It was not something dark was happening behind the back and we didn't get to see it. No. Actually, not. It was a great relationship. What we saw actually happened. It was like not perfect, but it was a great relationship. What I see from the Ten of Pentacles. And also with the Eight of Wands in reverse, I see one of them had to, I don't know their signs, but one of them had a lot of burden to make that dynamic go. Like that Ten of Pentacle was created by both of them, but one of them put more effort than the other one, right? And with the Moon card in reverse, I see one of them made it really clear that I cannot provide more than this. So for example, relationship in my opinion is not, if not every day, but you need to make an effort to make it work in a 50-50 way. You cannot go like, okay, I'll give 20% in this relationship and you will give 80%. So one of them was giving 80%. That's why the Ten of Pentacles was happening, and one of them was giving 20%. And the one that was giving 20% in that relationship made it extremely clear that this is all I can provide. I cannot give anything more than that. Okay? I'm putting the cards back in the deck and shuffle again and see what else can I get. What else am I getting from this reading? Gisele Bundchen and Tom Brady. Okay, so I see the Empress in reverse. So the Empress in reverse basically means a woman who falls back from her power, or someone with feminine energy falls back from her power. I would say this is talking about Gisele, because Tom gives me a massive masculine vibe. He's not a feminine man. So Gisele probably is like the one who is giving 80% in that relationship. So she's like tired. She's like, I am doing all the queen work, like I'm doing all the empress work, and I am not treated that way anymore. Maybe she was treated that way before, but not anymore. Like she's not appreciated enough in this relationship, and she's not the kind of person who would stay in a place where she is not respected for what she is providing in a situation. Well, so with the Impress card in reverse, I'm seeing, as I said, like it's probably Giselle who was putting more and more. I'm sorry for the background noise. So she was putting a lot of effort, and she has fallen down from her throne because she was not being appreciated for what she was doing for that family. I mean, Giselle is not a normal woman. She's one of the most famous women in the world, and she's one of the most successful model of all time. So she wasn't treated that way. I mean, of course, she doesn't want to be treated like a model necessarily, but she wanted to be seen because of the effort she's putting in the relationship, if that makes sense. Okay, so um, also, let me see what else can I see. Okay, with the Empress cards, and yeah, I think it's Giselle who's putting a lot of it, was putting a lot of. Okay, with the death card, yes, this is the end of the relationship. There won't be any reconciliation of getting that relationship or retaining that relationship by any means. Of course, they had a divorce and they're never gonna go back, you know. And I'm saying it because people go back in relationships later, but this is not gonna happen. It's a death, like it's a new beginning for both of them. And I think they have tried their best to make this marriage work in their own way, but it did not work, and there is nothing you can do about it, right? Like when something doesn't work in a relationship, you can't really do much about it. It's just something that you will have to live with. With the Five of Wands, I'm seeing a lot of conflict happening in that relationship. I mean, it was like back and forth conflict. Like one said, yes, I want you to make, no, I want to do this. And another said, no, I want to do this. One of them said, I want to live in this house. And they said, you know, like that kind of, like the couple quarrel, but it became very big because someone was suppressing their feelings even though they were not aligning with the other one, right? And that's what I'm seeing with the 501s. Like it was a very a situation where they both tried to make it work, and a lot of fighting was happening. Not like physical fighting, but like where they were like, no, this is how it's gonna go, and the other one would be like, no, this is how it's gonna go, right? Like that kind of fighting I'm seeing. Um, let me go. Let me see what else I can. I'm sorry for the background noise. It can get really annoying sometimes, and I'm just okay. Okay, Three of Cups in reverse and the Hermit card in reverse. I'm seeing with the Three of Cups in reverse, no one is basically approving this divorce in their family, and it also means the loss of loved one. It's probably I think, as far as I remember, Giselle was, I mean, Tom was co-parenting with his ex-wife or girlfriend or something with a son, which is not Giselle's own biological son, but Giselle loves her like her own son. And it's kind of hurting her that because she's not her own mother, his own mother, like that is, you know, that getting apart from that child. I mean, she doesn't have any legal claim to that child. Um, so it's kind of hurting her. I'm picking that up like, okay, this is not my own son, but I treat him as my own, and therefore um, the mother would probably not approve me anymore to like meet him, because none of their kids are adults, right? So that is kind of breaking her heart at the moment. With the Hermit card in reverse, I'm seeing Giselle for a long time stayed in like a female in her female cave, like in she had done a lot of spiritual work for herself, like in fact, I'm not really sure, but I'm kind of picking up like witchcrafting, uh good way, okay? Because I'm a witch myself. I see the. I mean, I pick up like witchcrafting vibe from her as well. Like now she sees things really well with the Nine of Wands, and with the Four of Wands in reverse. Again, it's talking about the family falling apart, but she sees things very clearly now, because Giselle is spiritually very, like, she has worked up spiritually. She has worked really hard on her spiritual health. I mean, she was in the hermit mode for a long time, and now she is basically um, she knows, like, whatever, I'm putting all the cards in the deck back and shuffling again, so she knows what she is doing. This decision was very conscious. It's not a child who's breaking up with each other, or like brokenhearted and lost in life kind of a situation. No, Giselle is a very strong woman. So is Tom Brady, but in a different way. But Giselle is like a very powerful witch. And again, witch is a positive word when you come to see tarot reading, because we too are witches ourselves. Those who does tarot reading are witches as well. Like, we do a lot of witchcrafting work as well to make our reading. Like, I personally do a lot of cleansing, a lot of like in a positive way, what you call white magic, right? Okay, so with the Two of Wands, I'm seeing yeah. So okay, I need a clarification card with the Two of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands. Okay, so Giselle is becoming more powerful. This divorce, she knew that, I mean, she understands these things. And this is something we all need to learn from this situation, is that anything great, anything in this planet, in this world, in the physical dimension is not meant to be forever. It would end someday. Someday you will have to let go of things that are really dear to you. And she understands that. Even if a marriage stays forever, like till death do us apart, like death happens and that marriage ends. So she understands that. She's powerful enough to understand that it was a great relationship that ended. It's not, no, like, of course, there is hard feelings, but not like negative feelings. She still respects him as the father of a child, but this marriage is not serving any of them, and she understands that. And that's why she's like, okay, this marriage is not working anymore, and let me just just accept it. This is the kind of attitude we all need to maintain, towards anything that ends in our life. It's very important that we understand nothing lasts forever, and we need to accept the fact that something great doesn't mean it would be there forever. Like, and she understands it. She comes to her power. She's becoming more and more powerful. I think she does spiritual practices as well. As I said, I see like witch vibe from her, witchcrafting vibe from her. Okay, let me pick. Ouch! My cards are falling. My cards, like the strongest cards always fall. Okay, with the strength card in reverse, I'm seeing even though like she's becoming like powerful, but like she hasn't came to her full potential yet. So the Two of Wands, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, these things are coming to her life, but slowly, but surely, right? Of course, a divorce is never easy for anyone. It takes away a lot of energy from you, good or bad, you know. With the Eight of Pentacles, I'm seeing they're yeah. Okay. I see the Eight of Pentacles and Three of Swords. Three of Swords means heart is pierced. It's like how you she's not feeling any like negative feelings towards him. What she's feeling is what you feel when a dog dies, when a loved one dies. Like this is the kind of feelings like, oh, so we're never gonna get back to that place and we're never gonna hug each other, we're never gonna kiss each other. I'm never gonna like hold him and say, "Hey babe, I love you. You're so cute." That's never gonna happen. Like that is the Three of Swords is talking about here. But not like it's like how a dead pet you can never touch again. Like that kind of it's like an embodied self you're crying for, right? With the Eight of Pentacles, I'm seeing there is no messy divorce, like the financial situation is sorted out. With the King of Sword, I'm seeing Tom is also becoming powerful. I mean, this relationship was not serving these two poor souls, so it's good that they have like the divorce will serve them positively, not negatively. But every time a divorce happens, and if there is a child involved, I always do a reading for the child as well. So let's see the situation of the kids, like what will happen to the kids. So with the Eight of Sword, I think Giselle. I need a clarification, of course. Okay, Four of Swords. So I think the kids were suffering. Okay, it makes a lot of sense now. So with the Eight of Swords, the kids were also suffering because of the quarrel that was happening in the house. They could sense they're not child anymore. They're, I guess, teenagers. Giselle's kids are teenagers. So they were like, why mom and dad are fighting all the time? That tension situation that were happening in the house was not serving anybody. The kids were really upset about it. And with the Four of Swords now, I can see it's a peaceful situation. Now they're like, mom, dad, you guys made your peace and we support you, and now they're at peace. But they were suffering a lot when they were seeing those fights and those disagreements between the parents, right? Yeah. And yeah, it also again I got Five of Wands, and it talks about the fight, and now finally the kids are peaceful. With the Justice card, I'm seeing they wouldn't be suffering like like how I don't even want to mention them in this reading, but I'm just using it as an example. There won't be any financial or like with the Justice card, I think justice would be served. They love each other, they like each other, they respect each other. They wouldn't start any legal battle with each other. I don't see that happening. Like you know anything of that sort. With the Four of Wands, now Four of Wands came in in an upright position. So now I'm seeing that they would be co-parenting really well. So first it came in reverse because it's the end of a family, but the co-parenting it would be easier for them. Like their kids means everything to them. They would do anything to make those kids happy, to make their life better. Yeah. With the world card, I'm seeing it would be kind of hard for the kids to deal like adjust with it first, and now they're feeling the world has fallen apart, but these things will get better with time. Okay. Yeah. Five of Swords in reverse, I'm seeing the same. Yeah. I mean, they will have their challenges because they are used to one kind of family dynamic, which is not happening anymore. So it would be kind of hard for them to adjust in the beginning, but they will be fine. Don't worry. They're great parents. With the Ace of Wands, they're both becoming stronger. Like the divorce will make them real strong as a person. It would create put a massive impact in Giselle's life, especially her spiritual life. Tom, let me see. Will any of them regret this divorce? Let me see. Let me pull a card. First, let me pull a card for Giselle, then I'll pull a card for first Giselle. Three of Pentacles upright. No, she would not regret it. She would not regret this divorce. She made this choice very consciously. Now let me put another card for Tom. Tom, with the moon card, I'm seeing uh, he would question this divorce later. He would be like, I have lost. In the beginning, he would be like, and also with the hanged man, he would never find anything as wonderful as her. Like he would feel the pain. He would be like, oh my God, I have lost a jewel. I have lost the James of my life, and I will never get anything like her. So, Giselle, let me pull another card for Giselle. Giselle wouldn't regret this marriage, like this divorce. But the only problem is like they were like a power couple and people looked up to them. That status will be gone, of course, as I said in the beginning. But Giselle would not regret it. But Tom would probably. Like with the moon card, I'm seeing a lot of confusion. With the hangman card, I'm seeing a lot of confusion as well. Like he would be hanged. Like Giselle is spiritually very inclined. Tom isn't. What caused the divorce actually? I think what caused I probably have said it in the beginning of the reading, but they're not I think what caused the divorce is, though I say that about every single relationship reading I've done one on Lisa and Jason, and I have said that if you want it, I'll put it in the link down below. Um, I think let me pick another card. Um, let me pick another card. So I think what caused the divorce is I don't even have to pull a card actually. Um, Again, they wanted very different things from life. They were comfortable in each other's company. Someone got too comfortable. One was putting more effort than the other one. Um, and I'm seeing like Three of Cups in reverse. So, um, yeah, they wanted like different things from life. Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah, the family dynamic wasn't working anymore. And Giselle felt like she is balancing three. She like it was a very unbalanced situation which wasn't working for any of them actually. One could, yeah, that's all I'm saying. I wish them all the very best in their new journey. Divorce means the death of a relationship, like everything dies someday. If you are currently going through a divorce or had one and still haven't moved on from it, let me tell you this, guys. Everything has an expiry date. So does our body. So even if a marriage lasted for 80 years, like if you lived till 100 and you got married at 20 and the marriage lives 80, like you made that work for 80 years, one of you would die before the another one, right? um, so it's very important for you to understand that, again, nothing lasts forever. So this is what we can learn from this divorce, this dynamic, this situation. I really hope you enjoyed this reading, and let me know in the comment down below what you think about this reading, and please subscribe to my channel. I see tons of views. I just started this channel. I think like 12 or 13 days ago, but I have got so many uh, comments and views on my videos, but none of you guys are subscribing, which I sometimes tend to do. Now I feel what it feels like. Um, Please make sure to subscribe to my channel. It really makes every single subscriber makes a lot of difference in my channel. So please make sure to do that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, stay blessed, and I love you all. Mwah.